Hello, I'm Dr. Brent Gibson, and I want to talk to you today about sesamoiditis. There's two bones that commonly people ask about, on the foot. They sit right behind the big toe, underneath the first metatarsal, and they're called sesamoids. They're basically the kneecap for the big toe. And these bones are in a position where they can actually move. So as the tendon pulls one direction or the other, these sesamoids move back and forth. But because of that, they sit right at the ball of the foot. So if they get injured, so if you get a fracture, for example, these sesamoids are going to be really painful. But sometimes you'll just get an inflammation in that joint. People have had bursitis of the knees or of the elbows, and they'll get pretty painful. You can get a similar type bursitis. It's not really a bursitis in this area, but you can get a similar inflammation of that joint, the sesamoid first metatarsal joint, which will cause what we call is sesamoiditis. So you get pretty significant pain right underneath the big toe, actually right behind the big toe, right underneath the first metatarsal, and it hurts to walk on it, hurts to put any pressure on it, and it can be pretty limiting. It can make it so you can't walk the way you're. The interesting thing with this is even if you grab the big toe and dorsiflex it, move it up towards the ankle, it will cause increased pain too, because motion of that joint hurts. And sometimes this can hurt as bad as, say, a fracture would. So sesamoiditis is an inflammation of the joint between the sesamoids and the first metatarsal, and it can be pretty problematic, pretty limiting. So if that were the case, it's an inflammation, it's a bursitis, you can do several different things. Typically, I don't do cortisone shots in this area because we worry about the tendons. We don't want to weaken those tendons. So the options are ice to the area to decrease inflammation, laser to the area to cause healing and decrease inflammation, decrease pain, and a dancer pad, which is a metatarsal pad that has a cutout to take the pressure off the first metatarsal and the sesamoids. And that allows you to move and walk without putting direct pressure on the sesamoids, and this can be beneficial. However, dorsiflexion of the foot or rolling across the big toe will still cause pain in the sesamoiditis, so sometimes, or a lot of times, that's not enough. Very rarely do you need to go into a post-op shoe or a boot, but that's an option as well. If you keep getting sesamoiditis, then it's worth looking at orthotics as a possible treatment. This is Dr. Brent Gibson, and this is your Podiatry Tips Day 352, sesamoiditis, and what you can do about it. So if you want additional information, you say, okay, I've got some other symptoms, I got other things going on with my feet, then reach out to us either on this YouTube channel, or you can actually go to utahfootdoc.com and we can actually help you. Thank you.